Hello, hello. It's time for Fishing Friends. How's everybody doing? This is Fishing Friends with Danny and Gina. I'm Danny.
And I'm Gina.
And man, this is going to be a good one. Sorry we started a little bit late there. I got back a little bit later from the movie than I was thinking I was going to. But yeah, I went and saw the Super Mario movie, Super Mario Brothers. And a friend of mine, like, rented out the entire auditorium in this Marcus Theater in Chesterfield, so it's
Nice.
pretty sweet. And the movie was really good. Like they didn't like sit there and try and push any like political agendas or any stupid thing thrown in the movie. It was just a genuine like Super Mario movie. It was really good.
That's
Definitely
good.
enjoyable. Jack Black plays Bowser, and I
Yes.
love Jack Black, so it was perfect. And I mean, you can't have a movie with Jack Black in it without him singing a song, and he
Of
totally
course.
sings a song, and it's just absolutely fantastic. So
So it was good. My coworker had really good things to say about it too. I haven't seen it yet.
yeah, definitely really good. And my brother ended up coming out and watching it too, so that was pretty sweet. Yeah, exactly.
Rude. God. What?
We got
Oh my
Metalheads
god.
Aquatic Mayhem here. Bunny Viper Aquatics is here. The Nano Aquarium guy is here. Jimmy P's Aquariums and Ariums is here. Cray's Catfish Cave is here. Aquariums maintained by Andy. He's a glass box hero. George RB3 is here. Nathan Hovey is here. Gabriel's Glass Boxes. Craig Broderick. Great how to see you. Great to see you. Nathan Hovey's here. Make sure. Oh, Vanowski Fish Koto coming in. How's it going,
Panoski.
everybody?
I think my dogs went outside. Is what it is.
Yeah. That song is so catchy. Yeah. Peaches, 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 peaches. Oh, man. Ah,
So how was your week?
my week was pretty good. I did the best in sales I've ever done,
Yay!
and I finally made a higher commission level. So next week's paycheck is going to be pretty decent, which is nice.
Nice.
And I got my car back yesterday, which was nice. Well, actually, I got it back on Thursday, but it was like I actually was driving around with it on Friday, so that's nice. It took 10 weeks for them to get everything finished up with my car, but man, it's so nice to have it back. And it's actually really weird too, because after driving my brother's truck for 10 weeks and just being all the time in a truck and sitting up high, it feels like I'm just laying down on the ground driving this
Yep.
car.
Yep. I know I'm the same way going from the van to Nathan's car. Like today on Saturdays, I try to take Nathan's car. It has better gas. And plus, he went to my
Yeah.
sister's house with Kane, so he needed the van. But yeah, it's the same thing. Like, it's so weird driving the car after being used to being up high on the van.
Mm-hmm.
I find myself speeding in the car.
Coro Works is here. Oh yeah, it's definitely a lot easier to be speeding in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but man, I just like I'm sitting there hugging the roads with it. Zoom, 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 zoom. It's nice to be back in my little bitty car again.
Yes.
Because yeah, trying to get around in that truck, I could fit between some people, but not like I
Yeah.
can in my car.
Yeah. Did you
Did I
get
get upgrades or was it wrecked? My engine blew up on me. So it was covered under the 100,000 mile warranty. I got my car back with like a little over 88,000 miles on it, and yeah, brand new engine. So it kind of worked out.
That's pretty neat. Pretty neat.
And I didn't have to pay anything at all.
Nice. Nice. That's always good. I had a
Yeah,
pretty good week. It's been slow at work, but we've been getting a lot of stuff done.
yeah.
Today was especially slow. I actually didn't even look at the finishing numbers before I left. I'm not going to say them because, not my business to tell. Okay, so for a Saturday, it wasn't terrible. It's under where we should be, but we were already under for the week for being slow. It's because today was um, our saltwater frag club or saltwater club. It was their frag swap today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so a
Fun,
lot of the
fun.
sisters were out there doing that. Plus, it's Reefapalooza this weekend out in Orlando. So other wealthier, higher dollar collector hobbyists are probably out in Orlando, and then others went to the frag swap.
That's definitely true there, Craig. But also, I mean, I was sitting there thinking that my car should be fine going several thousand miles on oil. Little did I know my car, like, apparently was eating the oil and stuff like that too.
Nom nom
So
nom nom nom.
yeah.
It was funny whenever we went over to your house to get that branch off your roof. We actually, I don't
Oh
know if you
yeah, the
noticed, but we drove
branch.
past because I was like, that can't, his car's not there. And Nathan looked at me, he's like, his car's in the shop. Don't you even listen to him when you're on stream? I was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, his car's in the
No,
shop.
I thought I saw you drive by,
Yeah.
and because that's why when you came back and were parking, I was just like, no, that can't be them. That must be another person that's wanting to look at the house across the street because it's been like up for rent. And I think somebody might have finally moved in. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like another long-haired white dude. So I was like, right
There
on,
you
man.
go. There you go. You got a new buddy.
Our motor blew up on our old car in COVID. What a nightmare that was. Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, they would have covered like a rental car throughout the entire thing, but I was borrowing my brother's truck, and especially with that branch falling on my house, like, man, I got incredibly lucky, you guys. I kind of talked about it a little bit on that community post, but pretty much overall, like, with that branch was massive.
It was heavy.
It was incredibly heavy and it was massive, and I got so lucky with the way that it fell.
Yes.
Because, like, my brother's truck got like maybe it got a couple tiny scratches on the roof where the branches hit, and my house, pretty much, I lost like a shingle that was like this big, like right on the edge of my house, and the metal fascia part was like bent in like maybe like this
a little
far.
bit, yeah.
So overall, like, it's not enough damage for me to even sit there and like want to pay the deductible with my insurance company to get it all fixed or whatever. I don't have any leaks or anything, so I lucked out really good. But I kind of think about too, like, I wonder if potentially if I would have had my car back, like, the entire roof of my car is glass. So I feel like if my car was there, I probably would have had to replace a whole bunch of glass on my car. So I lucked out really, really well.
I was gonna say it didn't take out your fence. It was leaning on the fence. There's a little bit of a bend in your fence now,
Yep.
but not that bad. So it didn't take out the fence. And also that corner of the house that it's over, that's what'd you say? That was your cable wire? Like if it had just continued to slide down your
oh my
roof?
gosh, yeah. it was like all over my cable wire and my electric wire. Like he could have taken out both if it would have
Yeah.
like slid off the roof.
Yeah.
And so everything just worked out perfectly.
Yep.
I got incredibly lucky, even though I had a massive branch fall on my house. So,
And that branch is now next to my house. We cut it up and I took the whole damn branch home. Well, except for the twiggy parts.
man, I've been wanting to get more branches cut off, especially because I have this one branch that pretty much goes out almost horizontally, like maybe a slight like 10 to 20 degree vertical, and it goes like right out over where I'm building and expanding my pond. So I kind of want to get that one taken out too, so that one's not hanging over the wires, and in case it were to fall, like I wouldn't have anything falling directly onto the pond. And it would get more light to the pond too, which would be nice because the pond gets probably 75% shade throughout the day.
Yeah. And you don't want all those leaves falling into the pond in the fall. It's more cleanup.
Yeah, well, I've always just kind of left them there, and they've just become the substrate. So, Bunny Viper's back. A free driftwood, yeah.
Well, I was more thinking
it's maple, so
yeah. I was thinking we could probably take some of the smaller pieces and have them drying for the next year, and then maybe Nathan can use it for. He's starting to make knives, actually.
Yeah.
I have one of the knives that he made.
Could make
knife that he made.
Make the
this
handle.
Is actually burl maple right here that he used.
Yeah.
But yeah, using some for knife handles, or if he wants to get wood turning back up, maybe make a bowl or something.
Man, so I've been thinking about it so hardcore recently, and I just really, really wish I had a really big lathe and all the tools that I would need, because man, I really want to make like a wizard staff.
Oh,
with
there
like,
you go.
And actually like embed a crystal in it and stuff, using like wood bending techniques, and like, oh my god, like, but I would need a lathe to sit there and like carve out a nice long straight staff. Oh man, but I really want to do that.
Yeah, that sounds cool. But yeah, that would take a very large lathe.
Yeah.
Unless you somehow like piece it together or something.
I want like a 6-foot staff.
I mean, you could do like the slide locking technique and like glue them together, do it in pieces. And they slide together and glue them together.
Yeah.
I forget what that technique is called.
There's different versions of that technique, but yeah, it's just basically cutting the pieces to where
like a puzzle piece,
they fit like this, and then you glue them together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd rather just have it one solid piece, so it looks like
oh my god! Let me go let them out. He's not going to shut up otherwise. I will be right back.
Oh yeah, dovetailing, when you cut like a triangle cut and it like, fits in the socket or whatever. Yep. You can hear her in the background. Finger jointing. Yep. There's lots of different versions of kind of the same thing, and depending on how exactly you cut it, it has a different name. I've seen people doing cool inlays with that sort of thing too. Somebody made like a wobbly sort of design and just split it, and then they took like a thin piece of like a light maple in between the darker pieces of wood, and then like glued it back all together, and so it had this cool like lighter wood squiggle going through the middle of it. Sweet. Have you got a cuttlefish yet? No. I'm a little disappointed in myself, but man, like this, I'm trying to do the saltwater tank in my living room, like super hardcore, legit with like all the necessary equipment, because this 40-gallon breeder that's saltwater right here with just the hang on the back filter that has the built-in heater and stuff, like it's doing okay, but it wouldn't like support corals or anything like that, and I don't have a light for it, and I've been having to put all my money into other things, and driving my brother's truck, like the gas mileage was much worse as well. So I have not had like any extra cash to finish like building my sump, and I still
I
need
still
to
have your
get,
overflow, your sock
yep,
holder at my
yep,
work.
the overflow sock filter holder thing, yep, for
Yeah.
my sump to actually drain from the tank into that part of the sump, and then I got to get a protein skimmer still, and I
Well, you
want
don't
to
need
get.
that till like 3 months after you start it.
That is true, but I still like. I wanna
You want to
have
have it.
everything
Yeah.
before I get it all started because I don't want to. I don't want to have any issues. Um,
Right.
because man, it's gonna be expensive, and I really want to do it, even though like it's kind of more or less out of my price range. So what's that pottery gold welding thing called? Sinuge or something. I always wanted to do
Oh.
something like that in the crack of wood with like a colored resin, maybe, or copper wire.
Yeah, so you could
Um,
do it with resin. You can get like gold mica powder to make it like gold metallic to make it look like that. Just put a lot of it in. Maybe
yeah,
also some like yellow or um goldenrod color pigment and then some gold shimmer.
yeah.
But yeah, I love that.
That's also just it's like embossing as well, like
Well,
or
it's if
inlaying.
you're almost like welding almost where they rejoin two broken pieces with gold, so then it's like its own unique art. It's like fixing something that's broken. It's like a whole moral thing behind it. But yeah.
Atkins
Ian.
Nature Aquariums. But yeah, as far as the cuttlefish go, there, Johnny. Like the goal with that tank is to get the reef going first. Like
Mhm.
Gina's got a couple corals and stuff for me. I want to get some more and kind of get everything happy as far as the reef goes. And then once I have a good portion of like different macroalgae growing and stuff, I'm gonna order some cuttlefish eggs and then put the cuttlefish eggs right in like the macroalgae like they would be in the wild and just see what happens.
So we actually just filled out all the paperwork we needed and got connected and have an account with ORA now. So I'm hoping to get some different macroalgae, some like
What's
blue hypnea.
ORA?
Ocean Reefs and Aquarium. They're the ones who do a lot of aquaculturing. So aquacultured
Nice.
mandarins, clowns, dotty backs, some gobies. They're also known for having a coral farm, certain ORA certified corals, and macroalgae. So yeah, I'm hoping to get some blue hypnea.
Nice. Finally got my Nem off the rocks. Hammer Garden coming soon.
Nice. There's some cool
Sweet.
hammers.
Yeah. Man, there's just so many different cool corals out there.
hmm The customer was just telling me today, he's like, yeah, I got this one green Indo torch years ago, and now he's like, I counted, it has like 26 heads on it now. I was like, oh my god, that's massive.
Yeah.
Because they just split. It's one head and then it splits, and then those two split and becomes four, and then it splits, and yeah.
Nice. Wow. So yeah, like mitosis or
Yeah, exactly. You can see the process. It turns into like the eight, and then they split.
yep.
Yeah.
I really like the Zoas a lot.
Mm. Yep. You would really. I could see your tank being very Zoa heavy.
Oh yeah. Like I just searched zoanthid and then this picture showed up perfectly, and
Just had a customer drop off some cool zoanthids. He dropped off some Armor of Gods. That's actually, I think, maybe that red one on the left side. Maybe very similar.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, Armor of Gods he dropped off, and he also dropped off some Stargazers and some purple zippers.
nice.
Um,
For me, just having like a rainbow assortment of Zoas
oh
like
yeah.
that would be sweet.
Mhm.
Oh man, they're
Yeah,
just
they're
so
cool.
gorgeous.
They come in a very wide variety of colors. Eagle Eyes, right there on the bottom left. The red with the green rims. Oh, now it's top left, but yeah.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. Eagle Eyes.
Ooh, blue ice.
Those are cool. And what's really funny is that they either look fantastic under blues or they look better under whites. It just depends on the coloration.
I'm not sure if that was just me or if that was on the stream total, but it sounded like you cut off a little bit there. It
Oh,
might have
snap.
just been me.
I hope my camera's not being weird again. I was going to say some of them sometimes they look better under blues and sometimes they look better under whites. It just depends on their
Okay.
coloration.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Of course. And that's why, yeah, I want to make sure I get really good lights too. And the lights are going to be probably the most expensive thing.
Yes, the lights will be the most expensive.
Them off the rocks sounds like a cocktail.
Melvin, hello, hello.
Legacy hobbyist, what's up?
Corals have some creative names, yes.
How's the brine tank going? I'm going to set up a blackworm tank tomorrow. The brine shrimp tank is doing really well.
Good.
They're still like growing out, and I think I've noticed some babies popping out without me adding more eggs, but I still add more eggs, when I want to have a bunch of baby brine shrimp to feed into my tanks. So it's more or less working, but it's not as prolific as you would like really need to like sustain like a fish room per se. But it is nice to have all the different sizes and some adult brine shrimp in there to where I don't know if I'm sure the little teeny tiny cuttlefish will go for like the baby brine shrimp, and then as they get bigger they'll go for like the more adult ones. So more or less what I'm trying to do is raise as many adults as possible and just keep those guys kind of going, and add more babies as it kind of goes. And I've definitely seen some babies in there without actually adding more eggs, so that's been
Good.
interesting.
Good. And how's the peppermint shrimp doing?
Nirvana polyps.
I just looked those up. They look like oh my god. Pandora's, but they have a green skirt, a green outside ring. They're pretty
Nice.
pretty. They're pretty.
Nice. The peppermint shrimp and the mollies are doing okay. I need to do a water change on them tomorrow. I think I might have lost one of the big peppermint shrimp. I kind of saw them all like snacking on one of them or something. I'm not sure if it was dead or in the middle of molting or something or whatever. But
Oh,
see, one,
I just got an
two.
alert and it reminds me. How do you like that frost advisory we have for tonight?
Yeah, dang Missouri with the
It
stupid
was
weather and stuff.
oh my
And
gosh, it was just 80 degrees consistently for like what, 3 or 4 days straight, and then all of a sudden
yep,
frost.
like a whole week.
Yeah.
And yeah, frost advisory. I don't think it's gonna actually get below freezing, which is good because I'm not taking my lemon tree inside. I'm keeping it outside now. I really hope it doesn't like die from just like one night of cold.
You
I'm
you could
gonna be
try just
so
covering it.
pissed. I
Don't you have an
could.
extra sheet and just cover it?
Ah, nah, I don't. It should be fine.
Do I need to bring a sheet over?
I'm more worried about the roots versus like just covering the whole
Oh,
thing.
I think the roots will be fine. Or is it in a pot?
Yeah, it's in a pot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's not like in the ground, but it should be
I
okay.
have a heating pad. I can bring over a heating pad and put under the pot.
No, it should be fine. If I was really worried about it, like I'd take it inside. Hit that like button on both channels.
Yeah, I went over to
Yeah.
my chat and I pinned the link to yours so people can have easy access to give both of our channels some love.
Nice. And you can always find Gina's channel in the description of my stream. Um,
I did that too, but I figured I was like, I'm gonna pin the comment this time. Let's make it as easy as possible.
nice.
Yeah, I don't know. This has been seeming to be okay. It seems like we've been balanced out now.
Yeah. No, that's good. I like the balance. Hey, you want to attempt writing Fish and Friends
Oh
backwards
shoot!
on that sign
I forgot
again?
to do that last week. I realized I was like, oh, I didn't write
Yep.
Fish and Friends backwards. What color? Purple? I'm feeling purple today. All right, let's
Purple.
do
Yeah, I
this.
liked purple.
I'm gonna
So
try to
for
do
those of you that
bubble letters.
weren't here 2 weeks ago, and Gina, for some reason, she comes up backwards on this live stream.
Yeah, even if
And
I try to set it.
So she's not actually writing regularly. It's the image is mirrored. So
Which way does
she's
S go? Oh, okay.
she's trying to write it backwards, even though it looks forwards.
Fish. Which way does the? Okay. Now I'm just forgetting how to write. Period. Is that right? Is that backwards?
Yeah,
Is that
I
right?
guess that works. Yeah,
Okay.
I
I
don't know.
forgot how to English.
I don't know how that one goes because I do the
Oh
proper
no, I think I
ampersand.
wrote it the correct way.
It's supposed to be like a backwards 3, right?
Wait, did I just do it again? Dang it.
No, you did it correctly that time because it's a backwards 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it's correct this time. Fish and...
Wait. Shit.
I don't know how Cora works to that, but he just typed it backwards somehow.
What? Oh! Okay, I did it right. Fish and Friends.
Nice. Fish and chips.
Fish. That's
nice.
perfect. Yay!
And that actually looks a lot better than the first time.
It did. Yay! Next week, maybe I'll attempt cursive. No, I won't. The younger chat.
Do bubble letters next
Bubble
time.
letters? Oh my god. I could.
Oh man, that's funny.
Koro, how did you do that? Witchcraft. He's witch! Witch!
I know if you hold, what is it? Alt 0223, it does the
Oh, the S set.
The S set. Yeah.
Oh my god. No, so my coworker, so I ordered a new Python system through my work, except I needed the 2-foot long cylinder,
Yeah.
not the regular 1-foot long. Because of my 120 that Queen is in, I don't want my whole ass arm in there because I don't want to risk her coming up and biting me like the punk that she is.
Yeah.
So I got the 2-foot long siphon cylinder. So I got a 10-foot extension, a 20-foot extension, and I think that should be it. Backwards and upside down. What the frick? He's a witch. Anyway, so I ordered that stuff, and my coworker was like, "Why'd you order the Python and not the Aqueon?" And I was like, "Because I wanted to attach to my sink and all that." He goes, "Well, but you have to start the siphon." I was like, "Wouldn't you have to with the Aqueon?" He's like, "No, look." And then he goes out and he gets his. So it's not the Aqueon that attaches to the sink. It's like just the basic uh, siphon tube with a hose. And he goes, "No, look." He puts the siphon cylinder into a tank and he just shakes it like this, and it starts its own siphon.
Yeah.
It has a flappy do witchcraft. I just looked at him. I was like, "Witch, you're a witch. That's witchcraft." I never knew about it.
It's
It's
Unicode.
Unicode. Oh, is it a secondary website and you like copy it? Like you make it on a website and then you copy it over?
Yeah. Something.
But I had already bought all the Python stuff when he told me this, and I was like, "Dang it, Frank, freaking witch!"
Yeah, you can kind of do that with the other gravel vacs too. But I mean, the easiest thing to do is to just like dip it in upside down and lift it up,
Yeah.
and then dip it in again and
Yep.
start sucking.
Yep. Well, and I also purposely got like the 10-foot and then the 20-foot because when I do a water change on the reef, I actually siphon that into a bucket because I want to know exactly how much I took out so I can put exactly that much
Yep.
back. So I don't mess up my salinity.
Where is?
But yeah, he just put it in and it just started sucking. I was like, witchcraft. It's all witchcraft.
Hold on a second. Back here. Yeah. So, I think I've shown this like a long time ago, but when I was upgrading the waterfall on my old like small pond outside a few years back, I was getting some different tubing, and I bought this tubing first, but I didn't like it, so I ended up ordering some bigger tubing. But this tubing is just slightly bigger than the large size Aqueon, like gravel vac with the little suction thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I just shove it right inside there, and then I have all this extra tube that I can run straight to my toilet, and I just siphon right into my toilet. It's perfect.
Sounds like witchcraft to me. Yeah, it is witchcraft.
So, okay, so that's how people do all those fancy tech stuff where they can make like the thing that does this with all the different level. Like, okay, like I always wonder like how that stuff works. It's like some of these symbols aren't on the keyboard.
Right. Yeah.
Like, see, I made fancy symbols on the banner just to kind of make some extra space. Because even if you just put a whole bunch of spaces on the banner, it doesn't actually add the spaces. So you got to add the little fancy things.
Oh my gosh, the freaking end cap that we set up with all the frags started to get cyano back into it. So that's what I spent like 3 hours doing today. Was taking each individual frag out, swishing it off, taking a turkey baster, blowing them off, and then taking the rack out. Had my coworker take it outside and spray it, and then me sifting just the sucking out the top layer of sand, just where all the cyano was, and then putting it all back together. I finished it, and I was like, "Yeah, I finished it." And Elena comes up, she's like, "Yeah, with 20 minutes to spare." I was like, "Oh, that was close," because I'm not there tomorrow to finish it.
You can't figure out some of them. He's trying to do it.
Mm-hmm. Some people save it in a note or a text file and copy paste it in the chat. I have that for if I'm actually feeling like being a good mod, I'll have like links shared in a document on my phone, so then I just copy and paste.
Friggin' before like before Fish Fam Link and all this stuff, like Myrtle Singh would he had like a Word document where it
Mhm.
had like everybody's channel
Oh, channel links,
and
and he would just copy and paste.
all that stuff, and he literally copy and paste and be posting links like crazy in chat.
Oh
It's
my
like,
god.
dang, how do you do that? It's
Well,
like,
I did that when Misfit was doing game night, and he would let me know who was on game night, but like a few days before, and then yeah, I would prepare a document like that with everybody's links already ready
yep,
to go.
yep. Now, what's nice is at least on the YouTube side, if you're a mod, you can just click on their name and it'll take you directly
Take
to
you.
their channel, and then you can do a quick copy and paste and
Mhm.
jump back and paste it in the chat.
Yep.
There
Yep.
was
Yep.
a short period of time where they actually allowed everybody to do that, and then
Yeah,
they
I think
took
that's
that
kind of
back away.
thought that was kind of weird that as just a regular user, you can't click on somebody's name and go to their channel.
Yeah, I figured that'd be the greatest way to get people to connect and all that stuff. You can do that in like the normal comments. You can click on their name or their picture, and you can see the comments that they've left on that channel, and you can go to view channel and stuff like that. But yeah, if you're in live chat, you can't just click
Right.
on their name and hit go to channel.
Yep.
And that's
Silly
lame.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about actually just redoing my tank. Taking my rock into work because there's just bubble algae all over my main rock work. Your corals are fine. Um, but yeah, have my coworker use the bandsaw or just pop off my certain corals that I have. And essentially start over, rescape and take all the fish out because I really wanted to get all nano fish anyway and just redo it.
Yeah. But Corey, you can do it on mobile. At least
Yep,
I can do. At least as a mod, I can
as a
do
mod
it
you can.
on,
Yeah.
my Android. Maybe iPhone doesn't allow you to do it.
Yeah, because before I got my PC, I was modding just on my phone.
Yeah, I've always been modding through my phone.
Hmm I'm actually faster
Oh,
modding on my
Marco.
phone than I am on my PC because I'm still like figuring out. Doesn't help that my monitor's
Yeah.
like this big. It's literally a TV.
Yeah, I can type better on my computer, like as far as like being involved with chat and doing that sort of stuff. But yeah, like getting links and stuff was actually seemed to be faster on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it on mobile too in the comments, like the normal comments, not the live chat comments.
Right.
Um, you just gotta get your finger right in the right spot, and it's kind of difficult sometimes. But
Nathan's home. Oh,
especially if you have extra small text like I do.
we started watching The Last of Us,
The
like
Last of Us,
the TV show.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we watched the first episode last night. It's probably what we'll do tomorrow after we go grocery shopping. Oh, I forgot to tell him. We apparently need to run to Sam's. We get our they're called t-shirt bags, but the shopping bags we get them at Sam's. Surf
Surf City
City.
Cichlids.
So yeah, I got to run to Sam's tomorrow with the store credit card and get some more shopping bags.
Yeah. Schwann's has really, really good like plastic grocery bags. They're extra large and they're like thick plastic, so they're like super versatile and you can use them for a lot of stuff. One of my customers told me that she uses them like when she goes to the beach as like her beach bag to
Oh,
carry, or like when she goes to like the sauna or something like that. It's like it
yep.
holds her towel and her swimsuit and all that stuff.
He
Nano watches
says
it.
Koro says when I click on Android, it only has block user and report as an option. I can't go to their channel. Yeah, exactly. That's what we're
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah, when you're in live chat, yeah.
Yep.
But
Yeah, if you're
but
not a
in like
mod.
the normal
Yeah.
comments section, like in of a video or like
What'd you
when
get
they
me?
have the other comments after the live stream is
What is
done,
it?
like you can click on their name and you can like go to their channel and stuff like that.
Sorry, he's distracting me with food. He brought food home for me.
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
watch it.
I almost decided to delay the stream even longer so that I
So you
could
could
eat
eat.
something.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna eat afterwards. I
Well,
still got some leftover deer taco meat that I'm gonna make big old deer quesadilla.
Yeah, it was funny because you told me 8:45, and I was just sitting on the couch, just eating some pretzels and scrolling TikTok. Next thing I know, it's 8:40, and I'm like, oh god, shit.
Yep.
Ran in here, booted up this phone because I keep it off normally.
Normal
But yeah.
comments are the same result in video.
Oh. Yeah, he brought
I
home.
don't know. Maybe like that. Not like the 3 dots on the side or something like that. Like I don't know. I can do it where like if I'm looking at like the comments section or whatever of a video and I like click on their image or write on their name, like with my phone, like I just click on it, not like hold down or whatever, but just click on it. It'll pull
take
up
you.
another screen that says like view channel, how many subscribers they have, and the comments that they've left on either said video or on that channel in general and stuff like that. Like,
Yep.
I'll show you what I mean. Even since it's kind of hard to describe, because look, somebody commented on something. So, like, I'm in the comment section of a video, and I just kind of click on their thing and it shows me this, like, go to channel, subscribe. I know it's not clear, but I don't really want to show you all the information anyway. But like, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Not on the 3 dots on the side or anything like that.
Coro's asking, are these on your videos on your own channel or are they on another person's video?
Nope, other person's video. Not even my comment, not even my comment, or just a video that I've watched. I leave a comment on it. They react to my comment or reply or something like that, and yeah, you can do that. But you click on the image or their name, not like the 3 dots on the side.
Let me see. Let me go to somebody who I not even in the fish fam. All right. Yeah, it does the same thing for a normal chat on PC. Yeah, go straight to their channel. Let me get my phone and try it. I'll go back to StreamYard so I'm not distracted. There we go. YouTube.
My phone is just a Motorola phone that I bought unlocked from Best Buy for $200 because I don't want to do the whole like contract phone, like spending $1,000 over the period of 2 years and all that other stuff. Like,
go to the comment section. Where's the comment section? There it is, comments. Yeah, mine does the same thing. You click on their icon or their name, and yeah, it pulls up that little window.
Yep.
And you click on the icon again, and it goes to their channel.
But they should have that.
Yeah, they should have that for live chat.
They should have that in live chat too, not just in normal comments and stuff. Yeah, I have a $100 Motorola. I have a Motorola G Power 2021.
I have a Pixel. I forget. Is it the 6?
Oh, the Google Pixel?
Yeah. I've had Google phones for a while.
I like their commercials.
Yeah, their commercials are good. So all of that they talk about with like the blur fixing and image, like background removal, that's only for the Pro. That's only if you get the Pixel Pro. Because I definitely don't have that on mine.
That's like the newest one that just came out or whatever. Yeah. But the thing, like Motorola made, like, they were always like accompanied with like Beats by Dre, and so
Mhm.
like their phones always had like the extra good like sound, and so that's kind of what I was going
Oh,
for
I have the
more was
7.
like the sound of music versus the camera. But
Yeah.
it does have a decent camera. So with this one, it was nice to actually have like a 4K camera. It's got like the dual lens and stuff too, with like the macro lens
Mhm.
and
Yeah, no, this is the I just looked it up on my phone. This is the 7 because it's got
yeah.
the fancy bar.
Is
It's
the
a
Pixel camera as good as
yes.
they say? Yeah.
The camera is very good, especially like the night. Like whenever I go to my friend's house every 4th of July, and it seems like it might be too dark to take photos, I can still take nighttime photos, and it's really good.
I'm gonna get
5A as a backup. I think that's what I'm actually using right now is the 5A.
nice. See, I
Yeah,
think next time I get a phone, I do want to get like the Google Pixel because I've really
it's really
liked their commercials. Um, I use like Google anyway for like everything, except as a search engine. Most of the time, I actually use Bing. Um, but
Bing.
Bing,
Um,
Bing, Bing,
no, it's
Bing
nice
Bong.
because well, I also have Google Fi as our phone service. Um, so it's all Google. They
Oh,
actually have
nice.
like a screening. So if an unknown number calls me, there'll be like a little button at the bottom. So it'll be like a little slide to either accept or decline, and then under that there'll be a little bubble, and it'll say screen call, Google screen call,
Oh,
and
I have that on
Google.
my phone too.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it.
Yeah,
Google
I think
already
that
has my
just
data.
I think that just is kind of a thing with Android phones. But that yeah, it's nice, if there's a number that I don't know or it's like if I'm assuming to be a scammer or something like that, I just push that button
Yeah, see,
and
that's the thing
it
because the
apparently
scammers.
tells them that like this person is using a phone
Mhm.
screening service.
Through
Go ahead and
Google. Yep.
state your name and your reason for calling.
And they'll get a
And they always
transcript of
hang
those
up.
yeah, they always hang up. Yeah, because I with all of Kane's doctors, it might look like a local number, but then you answer and it's a scammer.
Yep.
They're purposely like populating a local number to try to get you to answer. So I
Yep.
can't always trust just because it's the right area code.
And often they pick the first three numbers of your own phone number too. So they'll pick like the area code and the first three digits of your phone number.
Have you tried their unlimited? Does it really not throttle your data? Yes, we actually just switched a few months ago to the unlimited plan for their data. And yeah, it works great.
Nice.
Yep.
I use AT&T for internet, and I've been with T-Mobile for a long time. We had T-Mobile like a long time ago, and then when I was in the army and stuff, I got my own cell phone plan with Sprint for a while, and then I got tired of Sprint when I moved back to the United, like to different areas in like St. Louis and stuff because there was like
Mhm.
different dead zones areas. So I went back to being on T-Mobile with my parents' account too because it's cheaper that way.
Yep.
But
Um
man,
yeah.
AT&T for internet has been fantastic
I
because
have Charter.
it's super fast.
I have Spectrum and oh my god, I didn't even realize I just have my bills on auto pay. I didn't realize how much their freaking rates went up. I might have to shop for new internet cuz
Yeah,
it's
no, the rates
stupid
definitely
expensive.
have just gone up a lot. But yeah, I pay. I think if I'm unless I'm late, which I have been several times. But if I'm on time, I'm pretty sure it's $80 a month, and I get a gigabyte a second.
Nice. Yeah, I'm paying. Well, I also have a landline for our fax machine, but
Oh,
I pay $100 a month, so
well then it's cheaper with like a landline too. So then
yeah.
then you can do like the 60 and it's like 60 and 40 or something like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
you probably spend the same amount.
And then
And
T-Mobile
then
bought Sprint.
T-Mobile bought Sprint. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But T-Mobile is like they've been around for a really long time. They were the first international, um, like phone company. They actually started in Germany, and then came over to the United States. And so I don't know. I like German engineering, and it's not exactly the same thing, but I mean, whatever.
Oh,
I haven't had any problems with T-Mobile.
my poor freaking coworker. So what day was that storm? I think it
That
was
was
Thursday. Was that
no,
Thursday?
no. The big storm was the day of our stream. It
Oh,
was
Saturday,
Saturday.
right.
It
Yeah,
was a
so my
week ago.
friend, my coworker, um like literally just like 34 days ago, um bought a newer, it's not a brand new, but newer Jeep Cherokee, and she was out with a friend a little bit further away from St. Louis, so a little bit more in the country. And a hailstorm came through. I mean, ping pong sized hail cracked her windshield because it hit the bottom
Oh
corner of her
dang!
windshield, and it's been spreading ever since, and she's so upset. I'm like, it's the new car curse. You get
Yep.
a new shiny car and something's gonna happen to ding it up. And it's not gonna be your fault. It's gonna be out of your hands. Nothing you could have done, but it always happens.
Oh yeah, and then are you talking about the storm that just happened like this past Thursday, like just like 3 days ago?
Uh,
Because
let me look up the text. I
that
think
storm
so.
came through too. And yeah, when I was driving um my Schwann's truck back into O'Fallon to drop it off and pick up my brother's truck to drive it home and then pick up my car from my brother's, I was like, oh man, we're gonna get this hailstorm and it's gonna fuck up all this shit right when I'm getting all this back.
Yeah, so it was this past Thursday. Here's a picture of the hail.
Dang.
Yeah,
Ours was not nearly that big
huge.
that hit O'Fallon, and I don't know what hit anywhere else, but
And here's
it
her
wasn't.
windshield.
It didn't last that long, but it hit hard.
That's where it
Wow.
hit. And now it's like spread all across.
Ours were like probably like pea-sized hail,
Yep.
but
Yeah, just
still,
this
like,
past
man.
Thursday it happened.
And the thing is, like, it happened like it was super hardcore, and then it
Mhm.
like stopped. It lasted like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah. Just okay, I'm done. Bye.
And then the sun started peeking out from behind
Mhm.
the clouds again. It's just like, what the fuck?
Yep.
But I'm kind of happy it happened that way because I was driving back to the depot when it was all going down. And it's like, man, I'm going to get out of this truck and it's going to be like pouring rain. And I'm just wanting to get home so I can go to my friend's house.
Right.
And like, but it stopped. And so I was able to like get out nice and peacefully.
Well, see, whenever she was when it hit, she was, further out from the city, so it was all farmland. There were
Yeah.
no like buildings or like trees even. She found one tree, but it's early spring. The hail just went right through it. Um
Yeah.
but yeah, it is nothing she could have done. She's like, it was so loud. I was like, yeah, that hail was huge. I bet. She's like, it was like I was in a battlefield or something. I was
Oh,
like, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I had
It's
hail
scary.
hitting probably golf ball size or whatever when I was staying in an apartment in Hazelwood,
Mhm.
and yeah, that was really loud,
Yeah.
and
Back
I
when I
had
worked
some
at
hail
the
damage on my car, but
back when
just
I worked
on
at
the
the cookie store, I was driving home and a hailstorm hit, and yeah, I had to pull over and I called Nathan. I'm like, Nathan, it's hailing and it's loud and I don't know what to do. He's like, I can't help you. I don't know what you want me to do. I'm like, I just need a connection. I just need you to talk to me. I'm just scared, okay?
yeah,
Steven!
he's McLurkin
McLurkin.
because he must have a
Oh, now I want
McChicken.
McDonald's.
Yep,
I want some Mickey
McDonald.
D's. Man,
Yeah, a McChicken does sound good.
I've never really been big on like chicken sandwiches. I have to be
Yeah,
in a very specific mood. Usually like a few days before I start my lady time. is when I crave that kind of thing.
And then you can
That or
take a
White
big old
Castle.
trip over to Chick-fil-A, right?
Chick-fil-A, Cane's, Chick-fil-A,
Mm-hmm.
or White Castle. That's like the only time I crave White Castle.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're chicken sandwiches,
Or just the sliders. You get a whole
or
Nathan and
they're
I
the
will get a
sliders.
whole crave case and split it.
They got good chicken rings too.
They do have good chicken rings.
What's cracking?
Vibes.
Vibes Aquatics.
I've like rediscovered Burger King lately. I'm just like, I haven't been to Burger King in a while, and I got a double Whopper. And I'm like, God damn, I forgot how much I love Whoppers. It's just all the
Man,
fixins'.
I
It's
used to
just
like the stackers, especially when
yes.
they had the quad stacker. You had 4 burger patties on there with this like
Mhm.
pretty much the same sauce that's on a Big Mac
Yep.
and bacon and uh yeah.
One I always sleep on is Wendy's. I never grew up eating Wendy's, and so
Oh,
that's one that like since moving to North County and started living with my mom, we would go to that's when I really started going to Wendy's, and I'm just like, dang, especially when they have their
when
freaking pretzel bun sandwiches. Oh,
see Wendy's is the best, and we would get Wendy's every now and then as a kid. I always got the chicken nuggets, fries, and a chocolate frosty, and I just dip it all in the chocolate
mhm.
frosty. But there was a period of time in like the St. Louis area that all the Wendy's were shut down and gone because pretty much one person owned them all,
Mhm.
and I'm not exactly sure what happened, whether he went bankrupt or something or whatever. But they all shut down. You had to go like down to Festus to
Yep.
get a Wendy's, and but then all of a sudden they started coming back, and oh
Yeah,
man,
they
yeah, I love
franchise back out.
Wendy's.
Yep.
Wendy's has great salads. They have great sandwiches. Uh, everything
So
is
I
good
know
at
their
Wendy's.
chili is made with the day before's hamburgers, but it's still freaking good.
But I mean, what's wrong with that? Like,
Nothing,
they're not putting anything to waste.
right?
Most restaurants, their chicken soup is made with the prior day's chicken.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, I say, and then
and
people always talk
everything.
about,
Like, that's what you're supposed to do.
yeah, you're supposed to slow cook your stuff, let it
Yeah,
marinate for a long time.
like the proper way to make chicken stock is to throw a bunch of like the entire carcass and all the bones and everything just in there and boil it for a long period of time.
Scraps, all the scraps.
Yeah. Burger King has a lot crispier onions on their Whoppers than every single fast food. See, yeah, I do like the
Hmm.
onion crispies and things like that.
Damn it, I want Wendy's chili now. My mom and I used to go to Wendy's and just get like the biggest bowl of chili, bring it home, and we would have chili dogs.
Chili's has not Chili's. Sorry, Wendy's has a really good spicy chicken sandwich too.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Is good.
it is
Vibe says I
good.
put my live stream on an hour later. Aw, thanks,
Nice.
appreciate it. They can hang
We'll
out with
try
us.
to. We started a little bit late too, so well, sorry, but we won't be going too much India at least. I mean, food poisoning might be caused by bacteria, but it's not the living bacteria that always causes the problem. Sometimes it's the byproducts produced by them proliferating within the food you eat.
Yep,
Yeah, exactly. It's the mold.
the mold.
The black spot.
So that's fun. What's funny is that have you seen any of the gameplay of The Last of Us?
I've played a little bit of The Last of
So
Us. I didn't
I
really
didn't.
care
I
for it.
don't know anything about like the lore or the story or whatever. So I'm going into it blind. But they is and like I said, I've only seen the first episode, so I'm not spoiling anything. Um, but the zombie apocalypse is caused by a fungus.
Yeah.
It's a parasitic fungus that takes over the brain, the human brain, and everything. So you can be infected while you're alive, and then it takes over. Um, and I just thought it was really interesting, and it made me think of moose, aquatic moose. What you know how he's growing like, or he's selling grow kits for like oyster mushrooms and all. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, Moose is gonna start the zombie apocalypse
Yep.
with his fungi. It
Yeah.
was funny.
All from sniffing spores.
Sniffing spores.
I played that game so many times until I got every game medal available.
Nice.
Wow.
That's all. That's dedication.
So I saw an article, and I actually kind of opened it up and read a little bit of it. I think it was a couple weeks ago, but it was something about player has put 8,000 hours into Skyrim and still found a sword that he had never seen before. Or something
Wow.
like that. So it's just like how much they put into those games or whatever. Like, but more or less, like this person played 8,000 hours of Skyrim. Like, wow.
That's crazy. Lady Rorschach, it's okay. We started late, so we're gonna go a little bit later.
100% are here.
That's fun. I mean, certain RPGs I would do that with. I would do one playthrough, like Final Fantasy X. I'd be like, all right, I'm going to use this team this playthrough, and then like the next playthrough, I'd be like, okay, I want to switch up these characters and use these characters instead, and kind of level them up, and see how the dynamic changes and all that stuff. Boots
Yeah.
cats.
Boots Cats, and Lady Rorschach. How do you know you haven't seen that sword before? Um, I mean, when you play Skyrim so much and you've played like every mission and you've gotten like every weapon and every version of different weapons, like you remember stuff. And then all of a sudden he found something that it had different sort of stats than he had ever seen.
Hmm.
And when you've seen everything, like
Right.
something that you haven't seen stands out quite a bit, you know. Like if somebody had a nose that instead of being in the center of their face, it was up on their forehead, like you couldn't help but notice that.
I had an itchy ear. I'm sorry.
Itchy
Since
ear.
I put my hair over my ear to give my face some frame, sometimes the hair gets in my ear and it's itchy.
Yeah,
Long hair
understandably.
problems.
But man, so I've been able to wear my hair down at work because I asked the boss. I was under some misunderstanding that I like had to have my hair tied up in the back, but apparently it didn't. Oh yeah, Danny's unicorn image. um, what's up, 3G Benjamin Peters?
3G.
But oh, what was I saying? Shit.
I got it. I gotta figure out how to.
Oh,
My
got this
coworker
and
showed me. There we go. I got it. It takes me a minute, but I got it. Yeah. So it's your index, and then your. Yeah, I know. It always takes me a second. I'm like, got it. Yeah.
I just mean when you've seen everything, how do you know you haven't? Yeah.
Because completists are usually also hoarders. They
Yeah.
keep everything.
But I mean, like, so I've only played through Skyrim, like, I think I've played all the way through once, but I've played through several portions of it several times. And, like, whenever you complete like the one of the first missions of Whiterun and you become the Thane of Whiterun, like the Earl, I can't remember his name right now, but the Earl gives you a weapon or a shield, depending, and it kind of depends on what your um most dominant fighting style is at the time. If you're focusing on like sword and shield, you're probably gonna get like a shield or a one-handed weapon. It might be an axe, it might be a sword. If you're focusing on two-handed weapons, you're probably gonna get like the axe of Whiterun. That's what I got most of the time. But it's always the something of Whiterun that you get, and it has like electrical abilities, I believe, or no, it's frost abilities, and so like that's kind of what you always end up getting. And he ended up like I guess like finding somewhere that he had never truly explored before, and like found his sword that he had never seen. And I think the sword was like apparently up on like this ship that you have to like carefully maneuver your way all the way up the front like pole, and it's like stuck in the top up there, and so it's hard enough to even walk up there in the first place. And so
Koro, I'm the same. If you can pick it up, it's important. I also
yeah,
hoard or I search everything.
yeah,
I saw a TikTok about that. It was two people like doing a skit, and it was one guy, oh, I gotta check this chest. I have to check everything. I have to check everything. She's like, the girl goes, but do you like what are you looking for? And he goes, I don't know, like a skull of Anubius or something. And she goes,
yeah,
no, what are you looking for, like on the inside? And there was like a whole
yeah,
like therapy session, and he's like. She's like, it's okay. You don't have to search everything. You can just let it go. It's okay. He's like, okay, yeah, okay, let's go. And then it pans to that last chest he didn't check, and it was like this golden skull, like it's supposed to be the
yeah.
skull of Anubius. And
This
I'm
is
just like,
skull of a yeah.
dang it,
Yeah, I saw that
no.
exact like short or whatever on YouTube as well. It's those like it's the college humor people or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Yeah, they do a lot of like RPG skits,
Mhm.
and I like the one. It's like I can't. I don't know. I'm blanking right now again, but I think all those little skits are great. They make about the RPG.
Steven says, I think our TikTok feeds are synced. Oh, you like the nerd TikTok? Okay, I'm gonna start sending. I have Steven added on TikTok, but Annette needs to follow me back so I can start sending TikToks to her. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to send them to her on Instagram or something. I
You
want
are
some of
over
Annette's
encumbered
weird
in cat.
TikToks.
I did the same thing, Carl.
Yep.
Say Anubius the plant, not Anubis the
Oh
Egyptian.
shoot,
Yeah,
you right. I'm dumb. I'm sorry. I have
but it wasn't.
all
It
these
wasn't
plants around me.
Anubius or Anubis anyway. It was like
Right,
it
it was
was
something
something
else.
completely different that
Yeah.
might have even started with the letter A.
A lot of times whenever I think gold, my mind instantly goes to just like Egypt, like ancient Egypt for some reason. That's just where my
Yep.
mind goes.
But there's this other guy that I've been seeing on my like YouTube short feed recently, and it's becoming more popular as I've been watching more. But he does he does like Fallout skits.
Mhm.
So it's like oh he does Skyrim skits, not like Fallout and Skyrim skits actually. But his little Skyrim skits are great, where he's just like when when you find who sent the Dark Brotherhood after you or something like that, and or it's like when you have 100 blacksmithing on Skyrim and different things like that, and so it's like you get this sword or whatever. It's like this is the most powerful sword. It's like there's nothing stronger than Skyrim steel or whatever it is, and it's like here I made this sword that's 1,000 times stronger.
That's funny.
Skyrim NPC TikTok guy murdered his fiance.
For real? People be crazy. That's okay, Bunny. I'm
That's
barely
not Timmy. I
following
hope
too.
that's not the guy I'm talking about. He's like
Bunny,
a
it's
big
okay.
bird dude. He
I
kind of reminds me of Andre the Giant.
Aw. Bunny, I'm also kind of almost barely not following because I actually never played Skyrim.
What?
Yeah. Wasn't it mostly on Xbox? Or was it on PlayStation also? Like when it
I
first
think it was
started?
on PlayStation. I think they even had it on. Well, they have it on Nintendo Switch.
Now, but yeah. Oh, he sent me a Discord. Hold on. No, it
But
is not a big burly guy.
did you ever play Fallout?
No.
Okay. Well, these are great like games. You should play them. Bethesda makes awesome games.
It's here, let me share this with you.
But more or less it's an RPG where you can more or less do anything and everything you want. You don't have to like pick wizard and focus on that from the beginning. You can be a wizard and a sword fighter and whatever else you want. No, this isn't the guy that I've been seeing. Skyrim in real life TikTok star. Let me see if I can.
Gen Kid is his name. Is the guy who's currently being charged with murder. People be crazy, yo.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I'm not gonna go for the shorts. Nope, stop playing. There we go. Okay. I think his account is gone anyway. Probably. I was never a gamer. When I was never got into it.
Do they make a flying one? Probably.
Yeah.
Bunny should do Beat
Oh,
Saber? Are you
Beat
trying to kill
Saber.
her?
The
No.
Beat Saber is fun, but it's way more difficult than I thought it was gonna be.
Oh my god, no way.
Like I'm really, really good at those rhythm-based games. Dance Dance, Guitar Hero, any of them. Like I play on challenge mode, all that shit. So here I am. I walk into Beat Saber. I'm like, yeah, I can play it at least on hard. And my friend's like, oh, okay. And I get in there, and it's like, it's way more difficult than you think because you have to strike it in a certain direction, and sometimes it's vertical, side to side, and whichever hand it has to be the right color too. And sometimes you're doing like crossbody things, and you have to like dodge other stuff
things.
and all that too. But I think the hardest part to me is that at least when I was playing it, we didn't have like the fake lightsabers or whatever, so there was like no weight or whatever, and there was no like vibration or whatever in the controls to let me know really if I was doing good or bad. So at one point I'm sitting there like, all right, like I got this, and then it's like you failed. I'm like, what?
Yep. What about Just Dance?
Just Dance, I played a little bit of that. That one was okay. I was semi decent at that, but those were working off of like the full motion control and the Xbox to like connect, and the Kinect technology was not as good as it should have been, not as responsive. And so I don't know. I kind of felt like it was, and then the dances were just kind of like weird and dumb. Like it felt more like I was doing Sweating to the Oldies versus a lot of other stuff. So I didn't really care much for that one.
Lady R, yes, I will gladly take some guppy grass.
Guppy grass.
I actually need to tear out. Oh my god, hair algae has taken over my shrimp tank. That's on my list of things to do tomorrow. It is bad. I might have to take all my plants out. And the wood. I might have to replace my wood too. It's bad.
Blaming the technology take me over.
Maybe I'll take photos and post like a before and after on my community page. It's bad. It's bad.
I'm not blaming the technology there, Koro. It's more of like, I don't care to sit there and do this sort of thing or whatever for points. If I wanted that, I'd make an OnlyFans. But I like the rhythm games where like Dance Dance Revolution where you gotta push the arrows in like a certain time, like actual like rhythm games, not like
Yeah.
motion games.
Oh my god, did you see 3G's comment?
Need to do a spoof of Summer Lovin' for Me, Summer
Summer tubbing.
Summer Tubbin'. This
Uh,
time of the year, Summer Tubbin'.
if
That's a
only
good idea,
if only I felt comfortable enough to sing and post it on the internet.
right? It takes a lot.
Now, if it was like what Foxy and Dee Dee did, the 12 Days of Fishmas, where it was like meant to be funny, I would totally do that. But if you've already posted good parody songs, so I feel like I'd have to actually like put effort into it, and if people hate it, then it'll hurt my feelings a lot. A lot. My
Yeah.
poor heart would just be broken, shamed off the internet.
All my other videos have 500 something views, and then the one with Gina gets like 100 and a bunch of thumbs down.
No!
No!
I knew this internet thing was stupid. Flips monitor.
No, I'd have a video that says with like a parody with Gina's Reef, and it'd probably get twice as many views. Maybe a good project for Lee. Yeah. I can see probably. Well, I don't know. No, never mind. Steven doesn't do the parodies as much.
He's busy. He's really busy now. He's working
Yeah.
for Dan's Fish and
Oh,
whatever
he's
other
doing Dan's
projects.
Fish stuff, huh?
Mm-hmm. Plus his normal, regular adult job. That sounded
Yeah.
weird. His regular, everyday job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did say it on last live stream about how I set up my I took out my pond liner and kind of spread it out, and it's a lot bigger
and
than
I
I
made the
thought it
joke
was
that
going
you
to
were
be.
gonna try to like tablecloth pull the old
Yeah.
liner out.
Yeah, I still got to do that.
There's more than just water in that old liner though. There's some like mud and stuff in there. It's gonna be heavy.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of like mud and leaves and all that stuff, but I'm gonna pull like some of those things out before I just pull the liner out. But yeah, I'm pretty much gonna like get what I want out of there and put it in something else, and then pull the liner out and then let all that water and stuff settle into the thing before I start digging it out the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Because I want where that pond is sitting already, I want to dig that at least a foot deeper, and then kind of spread it out. And I got to get rid of all the extra roots on the side. And then since that mud it's kind of like a muddy clay mixture and all that, I'm gonna actually try and sculpt out like different levels so I can like have stuff in like kind of pots on the side, and then kind of have like an area where there's more or less steps to get in and out of the pond.
The industry of business process technology for state and local governments is definitely for adults only. Because I said his adult job. I was like, wait, that sounded weird. Yeah, that is true. But I was honestly correcting myself because I could see Matt jumping in and be like, Steven has an OnlyFans? Boo, 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 boo. Some stupid joke like that.
Job. Hello again, George.
George! Hello.
We got 24 people watching.
24?
All right.
Oh my god.
Don't forget to smash the like, and then hop over to the other channel and smash the like.
Yes. Smash all the likes.
just sent that email finally in regard to that theme song Endeavor Dating. Well, that's fantastic there, Lady Rorschach. Because I have been thinking about this other parody that I want to do as well. Um, I've been kind of going through some different things in my head as I've been driving around on how to get some different lyrics.
Sorry, Jenna just chimed in. No,
You
I said that he has
you
an
don't need
adult
to know
job,
about
and I
his
was waiting
private.
for Matt to come in and say some stupid joke about Steven having an OnlyFans. Jenna, I think you would know before anybody. Your wifey senses would be tingling. Steven's up to no good. Must go check on him.
Yeah,
Where is Matt? He hasn't chimed in all chat, right? Or am I forgetting?
I haven't seen that at all. Nope.
Let's see.
Not
Let's
at all.
see. Let's see. Oh, I sent round 2 of stickers out. The mailman at work came back Monday like I'd hoped, and he took it. I haven't gotten any messages that anybody's gotten the stickers yet. Um, but yeah, I did send them out.
This other parody is gonna be fun for sure, Lady Rorschach. Both the one that I'm gonna do for you and the one that I'm been kind of more or less working on. I have a lot of like the different clips and stuff already filmed, and they're just sitting there in the storage of my phone right now. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun parody for sure, and it's gonna be a lot different than all the other ones that I've done. So we'll see how it works.
Ooh, different is good. Change it up.
Yeah,
So you're talking like genre?
it's gonna be
It's
different.
gonna be different. Is it still fishy?
I cannot stay, but can I? Oh
It's gonna
yeah,
be way different.
Mark Sturl said no. It's definitely still fishy, of
Oh,
course.
okay.
No, I, I've, man.
Are you gonna rap?
Sometimes
Are you gonna rap?
a little bit, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's stop. I don't want to ruin it.
But anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. Sometimes I've thought about how it's like I've kind of limited myself on a certain point of making parodies about fish related things, but it's also kind of fun in that way. But yeah, sometimes it would be fun to make parodies about some other stuff, um,
Yeah.
but it wouldn't fit with my channel at all.
Your channel is what you make it.
Yeah, but one of the parodies that I've considered is a very adult topic. It would
Oh,
not fit my channel at all. But it's fun to think about, and when I'm in the car driving on my own, I'm still
that's when you
singing
post
it.
it on your Patreon.
Yeah,
Patreon
that's
only.
actually not a bad idea.
There you
And
go.
I've thought about too. Like I haven't ever like really had much of anything to really push my Patreon other than well, I'll post it at the bottom if anybody's interested. But what's been going on with my Patreon, what you will get to see is I've been, filming myself doing karaoke for a while. And I still have a bunch of videos on my phone that I've been meaning to upload, but there's already like 20 to 30 songs on there of me just doing all different stuff at karaoke. And what's been great is I think it was actually my first two Patreons. It was only Oscars and what is now Plushy Aquatics were my first two Patreons, and it was their idea to actually have me start posting videos of me doing karaoke on there. And I kind of want to thank him for that too, because it's been making me like push myself to try a lot of different songs.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was first starting to do karaoke, I pretty much had like 3 or 4 songs that I was doing, maybe up to like, I don't know, 6 or 7 different songs, depending on what songs were available wherever I was doing karaoke and what the crowd was like. But now, like, I've been doing so much karaoke, going 2, sometimes 3 times a week, and been expanding my repertoire a lot, from doing things as far as, Patsy Cline, all the way to doing, heavier stuff like Avenged Sevenfold and Pantera and whatever else.
Jenna has a
Just,
question for you. There you go.
I thought it was already on my Fish Family page, or
Well,
maybe
it
it's
will be
not.
now. Yes, Jenna, please.
I
And
really
thank
thought it
you.
was already on there. I haven't been on my Fish Fam link in a while. Fishfam.link.
Do you karaoke Love Shack?
I have not done that one yet. Well, actually, I have done it with somebody because they were gonna do it. Because it's mostly like the women actually singing.
Right.
I
Yeah, it
just
is
I
definitely a
just get to
duet.
do the got me a what is it? I don't remember the name of the car or whatever. It's seats about 20, so go on and get your jukebox money.
Yep.
The Love Shack baby. Love the range of songs. Yeah, I try a lot of different things, and I've been practicing the song that I'm gonna parody a few times too, because I wanted to make sure it's actually in my singing range and get practice with the rhythm of the song too, because I try and get my lyrics to fit in the right rhythm most of the time. Sometimes I'll just change it up because there's nothing I can do, and I want to say what I want to say. The Love Shack. Nice. Summer tubbing had me a blast.
How about a parody Fish Rack Baby to Love Shack?
Yeah.
Oh my god, so
Well,
good.
no, but see, I'm not sure if you've been paying attention, Bunny, but I already got Love Shack with Lady Rorschach, so
Oh, that's right.
yeah. I could write an entire parody on that if I wanted to, but no, I'm doing a. As far as I know, I'll check the email for sure, but I'm pretty sure she wants me to write like a little like 30-second
Little
jingle thing
jingle.
or
Yeah.
whatever
A
that
theme
she can
song.
use at the beginning and end of her videos or whatever.
Oh yeah, an intro and outro. Yeah.
I didn't hear I left the room. Well, we've been talking about it for several months now. Uh,
I had forgotten about it too. It's okay.
yeah, no, it's all good. I mean, it's my life, so I think about it all the time. The Baby Shark zombie parody. My sister, yeah, my sister did a parody of
Really?
zombie.
Oh, send that to Myrtle. I'm sure he'll love it.
Yeah, so
That's Myrtle's favorite
um,
song is the Baby Shark song.
my parodies on YouTube kind of inspired my family with parodies and different stuff too. And yeah, my sister wrote a parody to the Cranberries song "Zombie," and she made it about Baby Shark, and so it's pretty darn great. But it's more or less about like it's in my head, baby shark.
Oh, Myrtle
So
would definitely love it then.
yeah. I'd love a parody of Love Shack with bunnies. I do too. That would be great. Fish rack. It's a fish rack. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Fish rack, baby. So some of these ideas are really good, but it's like I'm not actually like doing the project myself too. So that's like it's hard to get like the filming of like the music video to kind of work
Mhm.
with it. So it's like, yeah, doing that parody would be great, but then I'd actually like more or less have to build myself a fish rack to write a
To
song
film.
about fish rack, build a fish rack. Like, so that's why there's a lot of parody ideas that I have that yeah, just they haven't worked out yet, or I haven't, sat down and done that one yet because other ones come up and they're a better idea and it's something that I can actually work into what I'm doing.
Yeah, Jenna, I'm the same. I am very afraid of heights and have a fear of falling, but planes, once you're up, planes don't bother me. But like the ascend, I can't look out the window during like when you're going up, it freaks me out. But once you're like
Uh,
up in the air, it's not the ground in my mind. It's just I don't know, my brain just separates from what it
yeah.
actually is.
The turbulence messes with me.
See, to me, it's just a pothole. I'm just like, okay, we're fine. It's just a pothole.
Yeah. Well, I've had some real bad turbulence before where the
Oh,
plane has more or less dropped, and
was this in the
but then
army?
no.
Oh,
Well, I mean, I was in the army at the time, but it
but it
wasn't
wasn't
like the
army
army
things.
planes.
Yeah.
These were planes when I was like flying around doing other army stuff. But no, those planes were insane too. But that was like intentional combat landing stuff.
Yeah.
When I'm sitting there and I got my helmet sitting in my lap and my iPod that I'm listening to is like in my helmet and I'm holding on to my helmet and my arms kind of start floating up a little bit, but literally my iPod just
uh,
floating up into the air and then
uh,
drops.
uh. Yeah, no, I've never hit bad
Because it was
turbulence.
like 0 G's. Because as the plane started just dropping,
Yeah. No, I've never been through anything like that.
yeah, they do that intentionally. So they will be like flying, they'll take hard turns and then they'll
Mhm.
drop and then they'll kind of go back up a little bit and drop and like they're avoiding RPGs and things like that. Nothing else. Nitrogen matters.
Especially the small puddle jumpers. So I was in one of those one time. I was helping my friend who works at the World Bird Sanctuary. We went up and down the Mississippi River counting eagles for like a survey. And yeah, I got sick on that. I got motion sick.
One vet to another thing. Well, thank you, Gabriel. That would probably help. Yeah. Oh man.
I could never ride on a Ferris wheel or a roller coaster. See, I haven't ridden a roller coaster in a long time, but that never really went through my mind. Even though you always hear about these awful roller coaster accidents and malfunctions, but I think it's the adrenaline. Once my adrenaline gets pumping, my common sense goes out the window, and I'm just like, yeah, fast ride, let's
See,
go.
I do not like the wooden roller coasters
Yeah,
because I've been in the back of one and had it kind of come off the track a little bit on me.
was that the boss?
It was the Screaming Eagle,
Oh, the
actually.
screaming eagle. Okay.
The boss has almost done that to me too. Um, but yeah, I just don't like wooden roller coasters because of that factor. If it just is all screwed up, whatever. But the steel roller coasters that have the wheels up and above the whole track and they're attached to the track, I'm fine with those. Yeah, you still kind of run the chance of it potentially like stopping when you're upside down and getting stuck like that or whatever. But I'm good with that. Like
Yeah.
I'm good on those roller coasters. Ferris wheels, I've ridden on Ferris wheels before, but I do not like Ferris wheels.
Mm-mm.
just
Me either.
because
Because it
like
moves.
the whole
It
car
moves.
moves and you just feel unstable
It's
in
like
the
it's like these
air.
computer chairs. If I lean back too fast, too quick, like
Yeah,
lean back too far too quickly, I freak out. I'm like, "Whoa," even
that.
though I know I'm not gonna fall. Like,
And then I've also, especially, like, never go on a Ferris wheel at a carnival. Like if you go into
mhm.
like a big theme park,
Like a
maybe,
permanent
but
one
at a
versus.
carnival, I
Mhm.
have seen so many different videos of like rickety Ferris wheels and whatever else where like screws are loosed
Mhm.
and all this other stuff. Like um, my MOS is 31 Bravo Military Police. Did I ever see combat? True combat? No. Um, but I did have, some different issues and things. Some mortars and some potential for bad things to happen for sure. I was pretty close to some different combat situations, but never in my actual sight. And I didn't get a badge or anything.
But yeah, Ferris wheels freak me out.
Yeah, I don't like Ferris wheels.
But yeah, like you said, if it's a permanent one, like at Six Flags, that's one thing. But yeah, Carnival, like the
Folks
Valley of
always
Flowers and
fall out of
stuff.
Ferris wheels. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a friend whose dad used to always play jokes. He would bring a bolt, so if he sat next to a stranger, he'd be like, "Dude, this just fell out," and he's like, and then the ride would take off and cause people. And I'm like, "Don't do that. That's not nice. That is
Yeah.
not nice."
Oh man, I used to pay entry carnivals just to walk around and eat candy apples.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Any event that I go to that has
Funnel
cotton
cake.
candy, I have to have. Yes, funnel cake's one. Cotton candy is another. Kettle corn,
I like
all
kettle
the
corn.
goods.
The two things that I have to get every time I go to like one of these things, I have to get funnel cake, and I gotta get a frozen lemonade.
Yes, the lemonades at carnivals are so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, elephant
45
ears. Nathan's
Golf.
scout troop would do
Fire
elephant
control
ears.
systems repair for M1A1 Abrams tanks and did not see tree coming. Nice. Fire control systems repair.
Hannah says, "Oh my god, I gotta buy some bolts. Just one. It all it takes is one." But yeah, Lady Rorschach. Nathan's was in Boy Scouts. He's actually an Eagle Scout. Um, they had a stand at carnivals and stuff for elephant ears.
Hand dipped corn dog. Yeah.
Oh
I
yes, the corn dogs.
and the massive turkey legs as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of the turkey legs. I always thought that they were gonna be really really good. I finally had one about like I don't know, like 7 or 8 years ago, and it was good, but
The
it
first couple,
wasn't
the
like.
first layer is good, and then you get down to the tendons, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, it's hard to eat around all the different tendons and stuff. I was
Mhm.
surprised about that. And really, the way that they talk about it, you think it would be more like fall off the bony, but it's really not.
Nope. It does taste good though.
Yeah, yeah.
Haven't had an elephant ear in years. Get you some funnel cake mix and just make an elephant ear.
Did
Now,
you guys
whenever
try any of that venison that I got you guys for helping
no,
with the
so
tree yet?
no, chat doesn't know. So Danny was very kind and gave me some deer meat, and as a thank you for helping with the tree limb, which you didn't have to do. It was fine. But no, we haven't dug into it yet. I don't know if we're gonna have friends over and cook it, or if we're gonna incorporate it into our meal prep. We haven't decided yet. It's in the freezer.
Yeah. Well, you got a summer sausage, so you guys can pretty much do that whenever. You just gotta thaw
Hmm.
that out, and then
Oh, you got
you
us,
got bratwurst. So the
and you gave us
bratwurst, and you have
breakfast sausage.
breakfast sausage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that I might buy some biscuits tomorrow when we go to Aldi, and I might have to make Nathan biscuits and it's one of his favorite breakfasts is biscuits and gravy. So yeah, we will be cooking that up sometime soon.
yeah.
Um, Bunny Viper asks, never heard of that? What's an elephant ear? I never heard of it either, until Nathan told me about it. Yeah, it's like a pancake, but with funnel cake mix.
Yeah.
It's a solid
And then
funnel cake.
they like fry it too. So
Yeah, so it's fried just like funnel cake, but it's just a solid
yeah. It's
elephant
like
ear.
it's a fried pancake more or less
Yeah,
versus a pan fried pancake.
right. I need to find myself a funnel cake mix. I think you can find it at Walmart,
Yeah.
especially now this time of year.
More or less you can just take pancake batter, make it a little bit more watered down, and then you put it into a funnel, and then yeah,
Yeah.
you can just make your funnel cake.
Yeah, it usually comes in like a yellow. It almost looks like a watering can almost. But yeah, it comes in like this yellow watering can doohickey, and yeah, essentially
I
just add water. You
love
mix it up, and yep.
I love biscuits and gravy too, Lady Rorschach. For you non-American people, we
Scones and
have
gravy.
yeah no it's oh man the video of these people trying biscuits and gravy for the first time. They're like, what is
Was it the
that?
British high? Was it the British high schoolers?
Yeah, I've seen that
Yeah.
one, and I've seen the people that did the video first, but they but yeah, they tried it, and man, it's the same experience I had when I tried biscuits and gravy for the first time. Like, it looks awful, but you try it and it's just absolutely delicious. But
Yeah. So
it's not like what you would necessarily think of when if you're an English person,
well,
because your
because
version of biscuits are basically
cookies.
cookies.
Yeah.
We have
And
we have different we have cookies which are sweet, and then we have biscuits which are like savory, salty.
savory scones. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're
So
like
and
flaky.
also they only have brown gravy over in England. They don't have white gravy.
Yeah. So yeah, white gravy is made with like cornstarch and flour and stuff like
Hmm.
that, and so it's like a thick. And then you like add like black pepper and spicy ground sausage. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so people who overseas who have never made white gravy, yeah, you start with browning your meat, and you don't pour out the grease. You actually make a roux, so you add flour and cornstarch until it's a nice roux, and then you add milk until it's the right thickness that you want it to be.
Yeah.
And that's white gravy.
Yeah. Gravy. I love
I just ate, but you're making me hungry again. We always end up talking about food.
God
Always.
damn it, I want biscuits and gravy.
Yeah. I can't make it tomorrow because we don't have biscuits right now. We have to buy
I
biscuits
have
tomorrow.
biscuits, but I don't
Oh,
have the gravy.
well, you're gonna be. Well, we go to Mattingly's in the morning, and they have biscuits and gravy. You can meet us at
They do?
Mattingly's. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they have
Well,
what's called the Love Stack, kind of going off
oh,
the Love Shack.
nice.
They have called
Love
what's called the
stack.
Love Stack. So it's hash browns, biscuits and gravy, and an egg on top. It's so good.
Oh,
It's one of my favorites.
I need that.
You can meet us for breakfast in the morning. We usually get there at about 9:30, 10. Sometimes 10:30.
Well, depending on what meat you use, there's not that much grease in there. Especially like so with the venison. Gosh, there was only like a few tablespoons of grease anyway.
You're right. Yeah, I don't add cornstarch. I just use flour. Um, but yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, if you want it to be like extra thick, you add just a little bit of cornstarch to it, and it makes it hold to the biscuits more, so you don't have this like goo going everywhere.
Mhm. Oh my damn, 3G said. Yeah, and it's so good, especially because I always get my egg over easy. So you break that yolk, and it adds the liquid yolk all over everything. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. That or the Matt Slinger is one other one of my favorites that they have. It's either hash browns or country fried potatoes. and then chili, and then eggs on top of that. It's really good for
Oh,
breakfast. Yes.
yeah. And at the bar, one of the bars that I go to for karaoke, Parrots, they have this burger that they call the Hangover Burger,
Mhm.
and it's got a fried egg on it, and
Oh,
this like homemade sauce, and
I
it's
love
so
fried eggs
good.
on burgers.
And I love just like you have the whole burger and you just cut it in
Mhm.
half and you just get the gooey egg yolk to just cover everything.
Mhm.
It's terrible for your hands as far as like cleanliness goes. Your entire hand just gets covered in
Oh
egg
yeah,
yolk, but it's so good.
so good.
Basic AIT and permanent duty stations. Well, I was National Guard, so my permanent duty station was here in St. Louis, actually. Um, Basic and AIT were both at Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri as well. So I didn't really have to go too um, as far as most of my Army stuff. But when I was going to Iraq, we trained in a little bit at Camp Clark in Nevada, Missouri. And then we went to Fort Dix, New Jersey, which I think is now called something else. It's like Air Base something or other in New Jersey now, and that's where we did the rest of our training before we deployed to Iraq, and then we came back to Fort Dix for a couple weeks after we came back as well, and then it was back to St. Louis stuff. Yeah, flour does enough, or you can add a touch of cornstarch, whatever you want to do. But I mean, if you're making like fried chicken or something like that, definitely add a little bit of cornstarch into your
Yes.
batter because it makes it extra crispy.
Extra crispy. I've seen that I've watched I
Fort
follow a lot
Lost
of
in
like
the Woods,
Asian cooking.
exactly.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of fried onigiri, which are rice balls. Japanese style rice balls, and then you fry them, and yeah, that's what they say is put a layer of cornstarch on them and it gets them
Yep,
extra crispy.
yep. That's a big thing with the Asian breading involves a good amount of cornstarch. That's how they get that extra thin yet still crispy breading.
Mhm.
And MSG.
MSG. Yep.
It's flavor.
So Bunny says lots of
Delicious
pepper. So
flavor.
it's what's funny is that I'm a bitch baby when it comes to spicy, and that includes certain black peppers are too much for me. So I actually Danny's in the dark. Um uh yeah, certain black peppers I can't. Usually fresh cracked black pepper is too strong for me. So Nathan usually has to add extra pepper to his if we make it homemade.
It's the king of flavor.
King of
MSG.
flavor.
Yeah, so I make my own black pepper slash red pepper blend. Since I go to Goki's to get most of my like dried spices and things, you can actually buy individual like peppercorns. So I
Mhm.
bought the black peppercorns and the red peppercorns, and put them in a thing, mixed them up pretty
Mix
good,
them
and
up.
made them in a grinder. It's nice and colorful when you grind it over,
It's so
stuff.
pretty. Yeah, and they have the different.
Monosodium glutamate.
Yeah, and they have all the different salts too. So like flaky salt
Yep,
and fine salt and the pink Himalayan salt.
yep. That's it. And then everything is just in those
Yeah.
little
Uh
bitty
I
plastic
just got some
cups
more.
with the
Yeah, I just
lids.
got some turmeric. Hold
And
on, let me go get it.
so you can buy a whole bunch of different herbs and spices and get your own like jar, and you can make your own spice blends and things like that. Harley Parsons, hello, hello. Peppercornadelle. Cornstarch is for water-based stuff. Flour for grease. Good to know. Cornstarch makes things extra crispy, Doug. Yep. I can add cornstarch to grease if I want to, bunny. Pepper seems to not bother me, but hot things based from roots like horseradish and hot mustard affect me more. That's interesting. But did you know that the hottest substance in the world comes from cactuses?
I couldn't find the turmeric, but I found everything else.
Yeah, so look at that.
Yeah. So I got
They have.
some. What is this? Nutmeg, madras, curry powder, allspice, and ginger.
I love their curry powder. I got the
Mhm.
hot curry powder because I love my shit hot.
And then they also sell the containers that you would like store these in. It's just
Yeah.
like the little shaker top things. Yeah.
Yep, but what I was saying with them is that, since they have all these different things, you can make your own spice blends too. You don't have to rely on their blends, even though they do make really good spice blends. Like their curry powder blends are really, really good. I think they're better than McCormick, and McCormick makes really good curry powder. But I've had some bad curry powder too from like these off-brand things. And
I tried the coffee. I got the
oh
Leprechaun
yeah,
Gold coffee. It's really freaking good.
I know, right?
It's really
It's
freaking good.
so good.
And I forgot that it was whole beans, so I was ringing out, and she goes, "Do you want me to
Do
grind
you want
these?" I
us
was
to
like,
grind it for you?
"Oh yeah, I forgot about that." And so I
Yep,
got home, and I'm just like sniffing it all the way home. I was like,
yep,
"It's so good."
yeah. That was my first experience there, was with that. Like, I get this coffee, and it's like I had a grinder at home, but I hadn't used it in a while, so I was gonna have to like break it out and clean the dust off of it and stuff like that. And they're like, "Do you want us to grind it up for you?" I'm like, "I didn't know you guys do that." Yeah.
Mhm.
And yeah, I was one of the few people in the store at the time. It was pretty slow, and man, when they were grinding it up, it just filled up the entire air in the store. And then I got the bag back, and the smell was just even stronger. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh.
Do they use cornstarch and tempura batter? Probably.
Yes, yes. Cornstarch is in tempura batter. Curry is the best.
Mhm.
One of my customers,
There's Matt.
there he is. Been in and out a few times tonight. Well, thanks
That's
for
what she
finally
said.
saying something, Matt. Um, One of my customers, her son has been to and from Japan a couple times, and actually brought home like actual like Japanese curry with like the little like the cubes that you just
Oh.
add directly into like your water mixture, or whatever, and it turns the whole thing into like a curry sauce. I
Mhm.
still haven't tried any of the ones that she gave me because I don't really make that sort of thing that often. I more just like make ramen and add curry powder to it. That's one of the things I really love to do is since you have the curry powder, like add some curry powder to ramen. That's some good stuff. Any knowledge on the Asian forest scorpion?
I'm Googling it now.
They are really easy to take care of. You don't need any sort of like special heater or anything like that because they come from the forests of like Japan and all that. So their temperatures are very similar to us. So you can just keep them room temperature. They do need a good amount of like moisture, humidity because they come from like deep forest,
Rainforest.
stuff
Yep.
like that,
Beneath
rainforest. But
logs and other debris of shelters.
um,
Yep.
they like to kind of burrow in caves and like little like crevices and stuff like that, kind of similar to like a Chilean rose hair tarantula.
It
So
looks
they
like
like a good
it's.
cave.
Yep.
But yep, pretty much, subtropical, um, really easy. A few crickets a week, and then they'll do kind of the similar thing of tarantulas as well, where they will stop eating for a period of time as they have to more or less digest all of their innards and then regrow them, and then they will lie on their back and molt, and you'll have like extra like scorpion pieces in the container as well, though they will also eat their molt for the extra chitin and calcium and all that stuff, and use that to help strengthen their new um, exoskeleton.
Apparently, they're also found in California. And like other scorpions,
Yes,
they glow in the dark. So if you're on a night hike, take a black light with you.
yeah, they are semi like, yeah, they'll bioluminescent a little bit in the moonlight and under a black light, but not quite that strong. You'll see it more when they're like freshly molted. You won't really see it too much when they're not, because they're black, so they don't bioluminesce very well as much as like the ones that have like the lighter shell
So it
or
looks like the tips of their feet and their stinger are more of a red. So that's probably what glows more than the
yeah,
black body.
right. And but they're terrestrial, so
Hmm.
you don't need any sort of like height in their tank unless you're wanting to put some fancy plants in there. Um, and then also, similar to like tarantulas as well, they don't need a good like a lot of space either. You can keep them in smaller containers because they like their small territory and pretty much wait for bugs to come to them. They don't really do a lot of exploring in the wild per se unless they're forced to.
Matt got his love letter from me. Yay! I'm glad nobody else messaged me that they got it. I need to message Kenny, ABC Kenny, because this will be the second time I try to send him stickers.
I've had one for 3 months now and it is thriving. How do you
Oh, how do you
sex
sex them? Hold
them?
on, I got it pulled up. Apparently, where is it? Um, um, um. Hold on, I just saw it. Males have bigger pinchers and a longer tail than females.
Yeah. The males will have one or two more segments on their tail than a female will.
Hmm.
And so it's kind of hard to tell unless you see them side by side. But let me see if I can find a good picture on uh, Google.
Oh, did Vibes get my stickers too? Let me go to Vibes channel.
But what's great and very interesting about scorpions, at least most of them, they will actually, the mothers are semi decent parents. They will actually raise their babies on their back until they are
Yes.
big enough and
Until
have
they
their
get their
own.
first molt.
Yeah, so that's what this picture is right here. But so let's see.
If he did,
Gosh,
I
even side by
think.
side, it's kind of hard to tell. But yes, the male just has slightly bigger claws, and I think it has like one more segment on the tail.
I wonder if Vibes posted on a different social media because I'm not seeing a post about him getting my stickers on his community or his shorts. So, but I believe you.
But this is the way to really tell. Um,
Yes,
is
Steven,
the
you told me.
claspers.
Go ahead.
I believe that is the female that has these. If I'm if I'm right. Why is
Let's
the picture so
see.
fuzzy? There we go. So
During courtship, the male leads the female back and forth with his pedipalps. Pedip
okay, the male
pedipalps.
has the bigger one. The
He
pedipalps
will
are the little
deposit.
arms on the front.
Oh, okay. And then he'll
So
deposit the package on the ground and the female moves over it. She will pick it up with an
yeah.
organ on her abdomen. Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
she
the
has a
female
special.
has smaller fans and the male has the bigger fans, it looks like. And then the pedipalps are these little,
The
if
little
you guys can
feces.
see my mouse, I'm pretty sure it's the little
Yeah.
legs on the front. So scorpions, more or less, they have what seems like 10 legs, but they actually have 6 legs in the back, then they have their pedipalps, and then they have their arms with the pincers.
Yeah.
So they're technically still arachnids with the 8 legs and then the 2 pedipalps. Yeah. Interesting creatures for sure.
Could you put a link to that in chat for me? It's just a Google image search, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just Google image searching stuff. Yeah, like side by side, even like it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
I guess it's a male on top and the
If
female
they
on the bottom.
No, I think it's the other way. I think the female has the skinnier pincers. If it looks like they
But it
skipped
looks like it
pincer
says
arm day,
female from. Yeah, it's
that's weird.
this one. The one on the bottom looks like it says female from Borneo right here, though. But I'm not sure. I can't read that. It's fuzzy. It's not like focusing.
Matt's trying to pick a fight with Jimmy. He said Jimmy is a high heels guy. See, those claws look really thick to me, so I would think that that's a male.
But the Asian forest scorpion is also food to some people. Bob Purcell. Hey, what's up, Bob?
But yeah.
Benjamin Peters is here too. Got your stickers.
Also put pics on the Discord. Yes! Put pics on the Discord.
Yep. Don't be afraid to use Google, because that's what I do.
Google is free. The amount of times I want to say that to some people at work, Google's free.
Yep. Well, thanks for that great question there about the Asian forest scorpion, Gabriel.
Yes.
That's going to be the last question we get to tonight. Because we've been going for 2 hours.
Yeah. It's time for Danny to go get some food.
Yeah. We started a little late. Went a little late. That's just how it goes. But next week we should be back on time.
Yes.
For our normal 8 to 10 Central Time. That's 9 to 11 Eastern Time.
Yes.
And whatever time you are, you can figure it out yourself.
Yeah. But I didn't stream this past Thursday because Kane had a doctor's appointment, but I think... Oh, no, you know what? Nope. This Thursday, I am not going to stream either because we're actually going to go on a field trip with my coworker. And I'm going to film it and try to make a video out of it, so I don't want to spoil it. But it is fishy, aquatic animal related. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
You know what I'm talking about.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
You better make a video about that. And you guys...
It's going to be a good one.
You better watch that video when she makes it, because it's going to be a really, really cool video.
Yeah. If they allow me to film. I don't know if they allow filming.
They better allow you to film.
Yep.
I mean, you probably have some areas that you wouldn't be able to film, but...
Right.
Oh, yeah. And Vibes is streaming if you want to go there after this. We have to play Guitar Hero online sometime.
Oh,
yeah. Geez. There we go. Anyway, guys, it's been a lot of fun. We'll see y'all next week on another episode of Fish and Friends. I don't know why I'm just not able to breathe right now. But anyway, Gina, what do you want to say?
Bye.
Bye. So long and thanks for the fish.